it's Diana Willett. How are you today? I'm going to give you an update on the book and read you a little bit and let you know what's going on with the book. All right, here we go. 50 Purgatorians have been commissioned to walk the streets of New York City in their human bodies to approach the homeless. They must tell these sick individuals about the programs being implemented for their own good. Lance has given the Purgatorians 5 days to get these homeless individuals to accept the offer of jobs and shelter. And at first it says all the homeless individuals will immediately be transported in orbs to Zelbar. But now God has decided that he is not going to put them on Zelbar. And I'll read you what he decided to do. In the streets of New York City, 500 homeless people have been approached. Out of 500 people, 350 have accepted the offer immediately. They started to cry and tell the Purgatorians how hard their lives are in the streets. Most of these people need help and sympathy to change their lives around. Lance has been informed of this new situation, and as CEO of the major company in New York City, he has the money and resources to start God's plan. Lance has been up for 24 hours writing down the plans that will be implemented immediately. Buildings are now being renovated for the homeless, and they will have a place to live. The homeless are getting very excited about their new lives. Lance has had multiple meetings with all the human resource departments and their managers. They will be setting up interviews of all these homeless people after they have cleaned up and have seen medical doctors and psychiatrists from the company. Evaluation of these people is very important for them to achieve success. Their apartments are almost ready to live in, and everyone is excited about this new prospect for the homeless. All the newspapers have put this story as front page news, and New York City has accepted this plan along with the mayor of New York City. News stations have been reporting the progress of these plans on a day-to-day basis. Lance and Nico want to make sure this comes about soon. Success is very important for the Purgatorians' mission to be achieved. The plans are now underway. Many homeless are now off the streets of New York City. They are so very happy about their new locations. They have beautiful apartments to live in, money from the corporations to raise their standard of living, and adequate medical help for them to try and work and achieve success in their lives. God has decided, and this is what God has decided, not to have them come back on Zelpar. If they fail or do not want to try this program, God, in His mercy, will try another plan of action to help these poor souls. He's not sending them to live with the Purgatorians on Zelpar. He decided not to do such a thing. Alright, shelters for the remaining homeless are now being prepared in New York City. So what's going to happen is if they don't accept these plans, the ones that don't want to will be going into shelters that were fixed up. Instead of sending them to Zelpar to live in their astral bodies, they are to stay at the shelters built by these corporations. There will be staff on hand in these shelters to make sure everyone there are protected and safe in their environment. If the remaining homeless change their mind about getting help, they can join the programs offered by the corporations at any time. So, if they decide to do this, they can do it. They can go to the programs. The homeless living in shelters will be watched when they leave the shelters. No danger to the citizens of New York City will be tolerated. This is their test to assure that the homeless who do not want to work or get better will not hurt anybody. Okay? And, okay, now they decided, the Purgatorians have now been instructed by Lance and Nico to contact the other CEOs of the following corporations: Bank of New York Mellon, Pfizer Corporation, Omnicom Group, Verizon Communications, Golden Sachs Group, MedLife Incorporated, Morgan Stanley, and American Express. All these companies are based in New York City. So now they're going to go to the other corporations to make sure that they also give money for the homeless and the poor and give them jobs. Okay, let's see what else I'm going to write here. And now the Tribune on Zelpar is releasing more Purgatorians to arrive in Antarctica and eventually travel to their assigned countries. They will arrive in Antarctica in 1 year's time. No demons will interfere with the Purgatorians' plans anymore. The Purgatorians are safe to travel in space and get to Earth without any fear from the demons or gargoyles at this point. Prayers are continuing on Zelpar for the Purgatorians' safety and success. Okay? And now they're waiting to see if this is going to work. The homeless were asked how come they're in the streets, and they cry and they say that they're in a depression from the loss of jobs and family selfishness. Disregard for the homeless and family members have caused them to go into depression and live on the streets. Everyone needs to help. Everybody needs help from time to time, and now the corporations in New York City are achieving the needs of the homeless and the poor. Well, help is on the way, and a better life for everyone is the result. All right, so I'm on the 5th chapter. So now what they're going to do is they're helping these people get jobs, clean up. The ones that don't feel like they can do it will be going into shelters, not going to Zelpar, but in the future, if they feel like they can do it, they'll take them in and they'll give them jobs and some place to live. So that's the update right now, and I'll keep you updated from time to time. So I hope you like this change in the book, that they will be staying in New York City and getting the help they all need. All right, I'll see you again soon with another update. Bye-bye.